any BFPBN or anything is that way Adewuyi Omani Victor. He didn't say Pastor Adewuyi. He didn't say Reverend Adewuyi. There is no title. But there were crowd, and the man with the woolly hair sat. I was like, who is Adewuyi Omani Victor? And I was doing like this. He marked the first one, the second time. So even those who are ahead of me that he has cancelled them, they were looking at who is this person. I knew what I saw. And what I saw in that revelation is one of the things that is guiding my life. There are certain things I will not do in the ministry. Are you hearing me? There are certain things I will not accept in the ministry. And they were asking me, how do you do it? Do you know, let me tell you something, when we make it to heaven, it will not be because you know how to do it, it will be by the mercy of God. Do you know, a great man of God died sometimes ago in this country. And he said before he died, God told him and he said, he won it, cannot wait for waiting. This man of God traveled at that time. He has traveled nearly all the country you can think of in Asia, in Europe, everywhere. They come to him and said, now to pay off it will pay. I asked myself, how can somebody labor for so years? And God said, all what you have done, the thing will only profit you, doesn't profit you. People of God, what I'm sincerely telling you this morning is that in heaven, you are known by your works and by your strength. And based on your service, you will be rewarded, not based on your salvation. Are you getting my point? Look up here. You will not be rewarded based on your salvation. So it is possible for people to make heaven because they are saved, but not be rewarded because they do nothing. Not rewarded because they don't do things dedicatedly, committedly with all their heart. So my question to you this morning is, what is your service here? What are you doing for God? This is very important. You know, a lot of people today want to be a pastor because they thought that pastoring, you get money, you are rich. All the pastors have money. And I've asked all things. The previous telling that if you want to join us in unit, why do you want to join us in unit? No, sometimes they go when somebody said they want to join us in unit here. I said, why? He said, I love the way the usher used to the way they used to do press and they say, that is all what attracted her. That is not correct. How many of you know we made àwọn staff tí wọ́n bá nílé lára wọ́n máa fara kọ́ta? How many of you know that ẹni tó ní ìdòwúlòwú máa ń dojú kọ? There are many things that fail the pastor that will not fail the congregation, especially if the pastor is genuine and sincere. How many of you know that? So even if I want to be usher, I need to know whom I believe and serve him well, so that I will not serve to my detriment. What am I saying? You are known in heaven by what you do. Number two, the God we serve is full of service and work. It's a worker. In Genesis chapter 2, verse 1 to 3, chapter 2, the Bible says on the seventh day he rested from his work. So that means God himself, he said, and on the seventh day, God ended his work, which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work. It means God is a worker. God is a worker. Now, how many of you know that Jesus is also a worker? He said, I must walk the works of him that sent me. Why today? The night cometh when no man shall walk. Look at John chapter 9, verse 4. John 9, 4. John chapter 9 and verse 4. He said, I must walk the works of him that sent me. Why today? The night cometh when no man can walk. Look at John chapter 5. Verse 17 and 18. John chapter 5, verse 17 and 18. Then Jesus answered them, my Father walketh hitherto, and I walk. Therefore the Jews sought the more to kill him, because he not only had broken the Sabbath, but said also that God was his Father, making himself equal with God. Is that what Jesus was saying here? Misunderstanding of message. Jesus said, my Father walked, I also walk. Meaning that the God you call your Father doesn't fold his hands. You know the Bible says he never sleeps nor slumber. What is he doing? He's walking. Now, the simple thing is this. How many of us here, God is your Father? Can I see your hands up? How many of you that Jesus Christ is your Father, is your Savior? Can I see your hands up? Then God walks. Jesus is walking. What are you doing? And you know, in the Yoruba setting, if you don't resemble your Father, what will they call you? Eh? You are the one saying it. So if God is a worker, and you are in this church and you are doing nothing, that is the implication. Because at times we need to understand what we are doing, the implication of what we are doing. What are we saying? Even God, who is our maker, walks. Jesus walks. And number 3, you will discover that when God made man, the first thing God spoke to man was a responsibility. What does that suggest? That when you give your life to Christ, the first thing God is expecting from you is for you to serve Him. You will understand that God placed Adam in the garden to start, to till the ground, to do something. This is the vineyard of God. What are you doing here? And God has placed you here. What are you doing? Can I ask you, what is the work that you are doing here? What is the work? What is your service? So, the first thing you think of after salvation, the major reason why God has spared your life when you are giving your life to Jesus is so that you can serve Him. Please take note also that service is a privilege and a proof of your love for God. If truly you love God, you want to serve God. So when somebody is in a church like ours and you're not doing anything, we can question your love for God. If truly you love God, you will serve God. If truly you love Him, you will stand up. Look at where I'm ready to run. These are the necessity of what? Of service. That God is a worker, I must serve him. The proof of my love for him is service, I must serve him. Jesus is a worker, I must serve God. And you still let me tell you something. When you see a worker or a servant, what will always gladden your heart is to see yourself becoming a source of blessing. That's what somebody said. I thank God I met you in my journey in life. You were the one who preached to me. You were the one who rescued me. Your service was highly noticed in that church where you sing, where you pray. Though you may not be known, you were not on the pulpit, but you were doing something that blessed my life. Yesterday, after the conference, and we were driving to the studio, I don't know whether my wife took note of that. That was a lady. And for 3 minutes or so, that lady caught my attention. The lady was going and he met a mother and a daughter by the roadside. And she approached them. We were inside the car, I was driving. I was trying to negotiate. And he said, good evening, man. Good evening, sister. He said, are you a fresher? You know, they were like looking at us. He said, you are a fresher. I want to invite you to our church. He said, that church will bless you. Will bless your life. He said, and the pastor said, no. He said, okay. All he said, you can also come. How many of you realize that is part of service? If you do such and such just cause an entire year and receive a transformation, you will never forget it for life. If I tell you what the radio program is doing, you will be amazed. Initially, I thought we are not doing anything. Even in the conference yesterday, you will see a lot of people, pastors. Some of them were going, they came to me, they said, I'm back to me now. I said, maybe one day you follow me to the studio, you will get that today. What are we doing? I think I'm very excited. But when you see media, the way I sweat on people, the way I sweat in the studio, even when they speak on passion. We go to a meeting, sometimes they go, and inside the meeting, there was no need for anybody to make reference to any radio program. And one of them rose up. He said, sir, woman calling and woman watching. Well, I was people. Even some fathers in the land. He said, we listen to you. If I want to tell you, open doors and receive. There are churches I've never preached before. There was one night a mega program, a professor pastor that church. Pastor followed me and I went to one church, a professor, the Lord taught them. Can you imagine the professor was already in church? And invited me to preach. And I asked myself, all these places are under the religion, but there are some of them I've never, there is no close relationship. But then they come to church. Whatever your hands are doing, do it with what? With all your heart. Because you don't know where your service, what your service can help you. And where your service can take you to. From Jema, some people came from Jema. One of the pastors their chairman, he said, chairman, we must follow you back to message. the pastor said, "You know, Jenny, keep going." Oh, he said, "Okay, jump, everybody, look at the what's in the ah, no, that way." So they do. He said, and so he started telling them. He said, "It is in the verse. He said, it is Saturday by 7:30 every Saturday." He said, he was the one I didn't talk. I was doing. He was the one telling every time and the station. And you know, it is not because we want to make any show. Do you realize that? Maybe Mrs. Santala should permit me to say this. When the storm was strong, you understand that time? When the challenge was very high, that I will leave the hospital, take my bed inside the bedroom here in my office, where I should have come up here and jump and shout. That year I was preaching about grace. You remember the year we had grace? Those of you who came for the waiting, you heard some of them, you heard the former Cont secretary, he said, "You are passing through this and you are still preaching grace." I was still preaching. They were watching. They were watching. After preaching that day, hey, Mrs. Alola walked to the office. He said, "Sir, what you are saying here should not be within this wall." He said, "Let's see how we can project you out. May God give you inheritance." You are not saying amen. He says that it should not be within this wall. And no reason why I am so particular about media. Because there are some people that they may not go to church today. Their church is this church, even outside the country, as I'm preaching. He said, "When are you coming up?" I remember when we started, one pastor, you know, his members outside the country said, "When is Pastor Niyi coming up? When is Pastor Niyi coming up? When is he coming up?" He said, "He's coming up." He said, "Was not online." He was telling people. He said, "Let's see how we can bring you out of this wall, the four walls of this church." As we are talking now, people are watching and more than people are here. The rest is known. How you made that arrangement, how you made it. At the time, I said, I want to know the those who are supporting me. He said, "You just go record, you just go speak." May God give you people that matter. You need to understand that prayer. People who will celebrate and embrace your capacity and your ability and your potential. Let's get this thing out. Do you know today I don't know how they raise that fund? Everything. How many years now we have been on here? More than 2 years. More than 3 years. We are not taking a dime from the church. Even that the video was throughout. It was online yesterday. The evil president was 24/7. I want them to say it aloud. I mean, what he said, the permanent aloud. And when they will just get connected. Say this. This is this. Do you know when you do certain things when you cannot predict what can be your blessing? It's a good day for you. Look at the story I'm going to us. Let me just bring out some lessons from that place. The first thing you will discover from that story is that your service to God is a reflection of your true self-love. What I say? Your service to God is what? Is a reflection of your what? Of your true self-love. That whether you are a son, a true son, or a true daughter of God, you will know by what? By your service to God. Look at verse 11 of that chapter. verse 11 of that chapter. Look at it. Luke chapter 15, verse 11. And he said, a certain man had 2 sons. Verse 20. And the younger of them said to his father, give me the portion of goods that fallen to me. Now, the first thing to look at in this verse of the scripture is to look at the word younger. Younger. The word younger means neoterious, which means new. It means of little usage. It means inexperienced. It means immature. Can I ask you a question? How many sons does this man have? 2, I mean. One, the younger. The other one, the what? The elder. Then the younger one came to his father and requested for portion of goods from his father. You will never see a true son making a request of is what belonged to him when his father is young. Is it possible? What is the implication of this? Now, it is possible for 2 sons to be raised by the same father, the 2 of them having different value mentality. Tell me this way, it is possible to be attending the same church, 2 believers attending the same church, pastor by the same pastor, hearing the same message or messages, but having different value system, different mentality. The mentality of this younger brother was what? Take. I want to take. I want to take. You know, a lot of people, it is not what they want to give to God, they want to take from God. You will be. When you join church or you join anywhere as a result of what you can take, you are not mature. If it is what you can take from somebody is what is driving you, what benefit will I get? What will they give me if I'm doing this wrong? If I'm doing this? If every Sunday the church is paying me, you will have a justifiable reason. I mean, that I will be part of us saying, when you go every Sunday, when you go, and you have to follow. Then you don't know, man cannot pay you for God's service. It's God that rewards the man. That is why we see at times, a lot of people think that pastoral work is a good work. I was saying that I have trekked from Selmo to Gagodi because I want to preach. There is no money. And can I tell you some things? Can I preach out of my heart? There are certain challenges that I hinder people from serving God. Can I tell you? Can I be telling you? Any challenge that doesn't mean that you can go to your place of work that is hindering you from coming to church, it's not a telling, it's not a threat. Excuse. If it doesn't hinder you going to your place of work, then now hinder you from coming to church. It's not a sincere. That is the way I see it. That is the way heaven sees it. Every day you go to work, just on Sunday is a problem. Can you look at it? It's a clear analysis. My wife, the children can say it. If we want to come out from our house to church, if I tell you how much we have spent on fuel this week, it's close to 60,000. Coming from home to church, it's not less than 10,000 fuel. They even take, they said the guy is giving some problem, they take this, they want to take that. I said, what is it? Called the mechanic yesterday, I said, what is the challenge? It is not like this before. Why is it that you take it? I think I go, oh, can you move? I don't wait for you. Oh, can you move fast? Do not make up my mind. If to serve God and when God finish, and there is no money, I will park the car and trek to church. If I have not reached that level, in those days, what is our song? Binambando, enozekini, bojobalo, enozekini. Binambando, bojobalo, anyone tell. But now, little things are hinder us from coming to church. Let me tell you that the whole thing, what they face and endure to make it to eternity, if they place us side by side, many of us won't get to them. Please let me ask you this morning. How is your service, your commitment to the things of God? The young man was only looking for what he can take, not what he can give. He said, give me. Give me. He said, give me. That's the only thing that he can tell us. He can say, how much you spend on boss? And he said, I should pay the money. And they don't do the judgment.